Well, hello there, everybody. Happy New Year and all that other good stuff. Hello, hello, hello. I guess it's the 12th. Do we still say Happy New Year now? What date do we stop? Does it depend on if we've seen someone since the new year or not? I don't know. I'll take your tips. But good evening, everybody, and welcome. This is Diane Hockman. This is a weird Thursday edition of Webinars Gone Wild. We're actually going to be doing Monday nights. I've decided Monday nights are good. Sometimes I'm traveling, so I'll cancel those. But I've kind of like rigged up the next however many Monday nights. So I'll be out and about doing these webinars. And tonight is a celebration. Hello, Ia. Hello, Amparo. Hello, Tom. I saw Clive, Monique. Hello, 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 everybody. Give me a shout. Kathy, hello. It's a big celebration. Hey, Christian, how are you, my friend? Mo, what's up? And I do have a guest coming on in a little bit. He'll be over in a few minutes. Hello, Miss Debbie. How are you? Hello, everybody. Charmaine, she's been rocking and rolling. Tracy, I know Stella, Tracy's cat, one of her many, is somewhere around. Tracy likes my voice. I mean, not Tracy. I think Tracy likes my voice, but Stella likes my voice. Guys, I'm really excited. And I'm really excited you love the yellow. It's just my wall. Except the lighting's weird tonight. I don't know. I guess I don't have the lights on in the other room, and I'm not going to worry about it now. And I don't set up light kits and stuff. Guys, I'm a minimalist marketer. That's it. I just watched that documentary, The Minimalists, on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, it's about taking away a lot of things that you don't need in your life, and it gives you freedom. Well, that's what I am, a minimalist marketer. I have been for years. I like to do it fun, simple, easy. Nobody's too worried about my lighting. If you are, there's another webinar going on that's probably for you. Minimalist marketer, that's it. So guys, I've been doing this for 17 years. And, every year you'd start out, and I bet you a lot of you guys did this. We start out and we make plans for the year. It's very exciting that the old year ends and the new year begins. And we have this like desire to start fresh, to have that new, fresh feeling. And, this year, it's a first for me, because usually you'd sit and, I do like to plan. It's funny. I'm a minimalist, but I always have financial goals and numbers to hit and kind of plan out my business and what I'm promoting. And I have like a calendar. In fact, I've done a lot of trainings on that, about how I'm planning my promotions as I go throughout the year. And I put in the ones that I know are kind of like hard dates. And then I fill in between with all different promotions and different things. And so I'm constantly generating revenue. But this year was crazy because I did start a new project a couple months ago, and it has a very unique pay plan that right at the end of the year, I hit $100,000 bonus. So by January 3rd, I knew that I already had over six figures, and well over six figures, because I had income from other things. So it was kind of a crazy feeling to sit there and know I had a check coming from one place and a check coming from this place and a check coming from this place. And it was significantly over six figures by the third day of the year, which is usually what a lot of people are going for the whole year. Now, I'm not telling you that to brag, look at what I did, at all, because everybody can grow into this. I'm telling you because I want you to see what's possible for you as you come down the road. Tonight, I'm gonna. Tracy. It is a good weird feeling. It's surreal. Truthfully, it's surreal. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've done well for many years, but just sit there and go, it's the third day of the year, and I could take the rest of the year off. If I just decided I wanted to go gallivanting, I could. That's a pretty cool vibe. Or the other choice is, if I wanted to go really hit it and work really hard, which I do, I'm not going to take the rest of the year off. That's why I have all these webinars plans and everything else. I could do things beyond what I've ever done before. So 2016 was my most successful year so far, and 2017 is already off to a huge kick. So it's exciting stuff. And as a friend of yours, as for some of you guys, you know, I like to think of myself as a mentor or a teacher to you. For some of you guys, you're just hearing about me. I want you to take that. And Lisa just said it. It's inspiring. That's what I want you to take it as, is inspiration. This is not a financial claim. Not everybody's going to do this. I've been doing this for 17 years. This is very specific circumstances with a very specific program. But I'm going to show you tonight how I did it. And I'm going to show you, you know, and I'm going to show it in this company and in this pay plan. Some of you guys may be interested. Some of you guys may not be. That's okay. You may be doing something. But what I want you to do is look at how the mind of an experienced marketer evaluates what they're marketing and what they're doing. And, you know, it's neat because in another program that I'm in, I'm going to hit $1 million in commissions if I work this year. If I work and I do my normal job, I'll hit $1 million in commissions over there. And unless somebody else decides to trot with me, I'll be the first one to ever have done it. So, and that's just a side, you know, affiliate program, but it's kind of neat stuff. And again, for those of you that may not know me, I started this when my kids were little and I wanted to stay home with them. Actually, I decided to stay home with them and then we were broke and I needed some extra money. So what's happened is beyond my wildest dreams. And now I really focus on helping others that have the dream. You know, I started out wanting to make $500, $1,000. And then I thought maybe I could cover the salary that I used to have, which was about $50,000. And as time went on and as social media came out, it's really been a magical journey, ups and downs. It's definitely been a roller coaster. But it's, and what's exciting is people can go so much faster today, because you have to remember the first 7 years that I was in business, social media didn't exist. And then for the next probably 5 years, social media, it wasn't mobile. You know, it was just like blogs and video was coming out, but most people couldn't use video. So when you think about it, it's really only been 5 years that we've had this capacity. So anybody can go, you know, so much faster than I ever did today. And that's kind of what turns me on. I just sit and I look at people starting today, and it says sometimes people will bellyache. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. It's so easy today. You know, you have so many tools. And I'm just checking my phone to check on my guest. Oh, good. Wonderful. My guest was doing business. So I told him he could come on in a little bit if he's running late. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you the background of how I got into all of this and what it is, and give you some ideas on some different things about it. And again, listen, because even if you're not looking for something, my explaining how I made the decisions is going to help you. So it was last year, and my friend Peter, and some of you guys might have heard this story, but I want you to listen to it again because I want to make sure I punch the points. My friend Peter, who I've known for a while, who's a great business guy, and he's just a brilliant guy. He lives in Florida. And in fact, we hung out. We were down in Florida. We were all at an event in Orlando. We rented like a mansion. We were all hanging out, him and his girlfriend, and me, Lisa Grossman, a whole bunch of us, Mark Hoverson, you know, a bunch of us, those of you that know who those people are. And he's just a great guy. And all of a sudden I see him saying he's packing up and he's moving to Arizona. So I'm like, okay, well, great. He's moving to Arizona. Then I see somebody who I respect very much, who I didn't really know at the time, but he's very well known and, you know, he's a very big marketer. His name is Chris Record. And Chris Record said he was moving from California to Arizona. And I'm like putting two and two together. And so I messaged Peter and I go, what's going on? And he says, I'm moving to Arizona and me and Chris are starting an internet marketing college with our buddy Jim. And I'm like, internet marketing college, and my antennas go up because, guys, first of all, I was a teacher and I worked at a college before I got into this, you know, into this industry. So my antennas went up. But guys, let me ask you a question. What do you think is the most bought thing in this industry? What do you think? It's training, right? The thing that is most bought, because what happens is programs come and go, or this changes, that changes, products come and go. But everybody's always, this industry is full of people that really love to grow. They do personal development. They do marketing education. They're always training themselves. They're always going to events. They're always sharpening the saw. Whether it's a person who's new, who's struggling and feels that they want to get better, so they buy some training. or whether it's a person who's experienced, who wants to keep up and make sure they're always sharpening the saw, that is investing in themselves more. Okay, when I started at the beginning, I was the girl who started going to events and buying books and tapes because I didn't know what I was doing. And now later on in my career, I invest heavily in my education because I want to keep getting better and better and better and do things like have 6 figures on, by the third of the year. Hey, Steph. Hey, everybody. So he says, Internet Marketing College, me, Chris Record, and the guy who used to run a very famous program from the past. That was a real estate program. And I'm like, what's going on? So he says, we have an event going on. And he had invited me. In fact, Peter always invited me to their events. They do events in Vegas and this and that. But I never made it out. I never made it to them. I was always committed to something else. So he says, we have an event this weekend. And I was like, I have family plans. My daughter was coming home from New York. But I said, you know what? I'm going to fly out Thursday. The event started on Friday. I'm going to stay over. I'm going to go to the event Friday. And I'm going to fly home on a red eye just so I could spend a day out there. Okay. And when I heard everything that they were doing in the school they were putting together, I bought it for myself as a customer immediately because I understood the value of what they were putting together. And there was an incentive to do it early. And before I even got out there, I bought it for myself based upon my relationship with Peter. So point number 1 is really look at who's running the things that you're looking at. And either if you have relationships with them or build relationships with them, and really look at their track record. Okay, plain and simple. People will bellyache to me, so-and-so did this and so did that. And I'm like, well, weren't you in that other program with them that you complained about before? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, so-and-so did this and that to you. And then they joined the next program. You joined the next program with them too. It's like, come on. So think about their relationships of the people that you're with, their reputation, their track record, their documentation. Have they been successful? What's their background? Do other people feel good about them? And or if you have a relationship, Peter and I had a relationship, we never got to work together. I figured worst case scenario, I'd go out there and I learned some cool stuff because there was no way I couldn't buy this. There was no way I couldn't learn from Chris Record and Peter Sorensen. Okay, who will be here in a minute. And then I come to find out that my friend Michael's involved. So then I was like, all these people that I knew that I'd always wanted to work with, they were all together out there in Arizona putting this together. So I flew out for 24 hours. So the next thing is serious business people make decisions and or go to where they need to go to get the information to make the decision. I didn't sit and hem and haw about going to Arizona. I said to my family, I said, hey guys, I'm going to fly out for 24 hours. I'll be back in plenty of time. I'll get into the airport at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning before Jill gets here. And Amparo, she says, that's so awesome, but you were there. Because you waited. We were all sitting in the hotel bar having a glass of wine waiting for me to have time. It was time to go to the airport. I was catching an Uber to the airport late night, or actually Delene gave me a ride. So Arizona, I listen to what's going on in the room. I listen to the people that are involved. And the reason why I went to Arizona was simply to decide whether or not this was something I felt was congruent with me, with my brand, and whether I thought I wanted to sell it. Did I just want to buy it as a customer, right? How many of you guys have bought a product as a customer? You buy shakes or nutrition or this and that, but you haven't wanted to sell it. It's kind of normal, right? It happens all the time. I buy from like 20 MLMs. Don't you wish you would pitch me first? I buy from like 20 MLMs. If you were to go into my kitchen cabinet, I have products from all these different companies. Okay. Do I have any sitting right here? Sometimes I have some laying on the table. No, none laying on the table right now. So I wanted to buy it, but I didn't know if I wanted to sell it. And mostly because it was new. It was a startup, and I usually don't work startups because startups can be volatile. Once I listened to Chris Record, and once I heard the passion in his voice, it actually ignited and rekindled the passion of the teacher in me. Okay. I love teaching marketing and sharing marketing information with people. And I love to do it in a concrete way without all the hype, because I don't think that hype belongs in school. Like if you're in college or you're in high school, there's your English teacher isn't hanging in the hallway. Come on in. We're going to learn about adjectives, and adjectives are going to make you rich. It's kind of weird. Hype doesn't belong in education. Okay. it doesn't belong in education. In my opinion, now, I differ from a lot of people. I always have. I'm the minimalist marketer. That's my new name today. I made up. And I feel this way. I feel that if I'm going to sell education, I really have to be committed to the to giving people the education or providing it to them. In this case, I'm not teaching it. I'm not the teacher here. But exactly, Tracy just said I'd run the other way if my English teacher did that. Now, every once in a while, you have that one teacher that was trying to be cool that came up with something weird. But generally speaking, you don't want hype. When you're picking a college for your kid, you don't want hypey slogans and stuff. You want to know, is this going to prepare them for life? Isn't that the question that you need to ask yourself when you're getting education or when you're getting involved in a program, when you're deciding to invest into something? Don't you need to ask yourself, is this going to prepare me for blank, whatever it is that you want, right? Whatever it is that you want. So I went out there and I said, they have what I love. I listened to this guy. I got fired up like I haven't been in years. And I said, I'm in, I want to do this. And I started to share it. Oh, look at that, Justin. Minimalist marketers make maximum moolah. If you're watching the replay, this is in the chat. I like it. We're a lot of alliteration tonight. So basically, I'm like, cool. So then now I try not to let too much of my own greed and stuff get into things. I generally don't operate on that plane. If you've ever talked to me, you probably know I'm in no rush to sell you something. I'm in no rush to get you. I'm also not going to sit around and talk to you all day if there is no reason for business or whatever. I got to manage my time. But I'm in no rush to get anyone. I'm not a big closer, so to speak. What I'm here to do is assist people. So, but then I saw the pay plan, and I'm going to show it to you in a minute. But basically, it's called the Matching Millions Challenge. And I'm like, okay, great. And I've never worked a pay plan like this in particular, but I'm good with pay plans and I'm good with numbers, okay? And I looked at the pay plan and I went, this is stupid. Now, it says the pay plan says that if you earn $1 million in commissions, you get $1 million matching bonus. And if you do it, you got to do it within 3 years. Now, even for somebody who's really good, that $1 million would be a challenge. It would be, you definitely have to work pretty rigorously to get it, right? But it's doable, okay? Yes, earn $1 million in commissions and they give you a check for an extra $1 million, right? So it's a pretty cool thing. But then I saw that they had a bonus at the $100,000 mark. If you earned $100,000, which by the way, in the pay plan at a certain product level only takes 24 people. If you earned $100,000, they'd give you an extra $100,000. Now I said, no matter what, even if I blow it, even if something goes wrong, even if I hated it, I could make the 100,000. I could get that done. It's 24 people. I know there's 24 people that want this. I don't have to sell anyone because I know there's 24 people that want this. So I went to work and voila, got that $100,000 bonus. And I'll draw it out for you in a second. But yeah, what Brandon just said, I could use that $1 million in my bank account right now. That's the way I looked at it. And by the way, you have 3 years to complete this process. Okay. I did it in 4 months or whatever. It could have gone faster, but I was juggling other responsibilities I had already. I couldn't just abandon what I do, and all the people that I work with to just kind of jump over, and just say, too bad, I'm getting my bonus. So I had to manage that. And there's holidays and all this other stuff. So, the $1 million to me, what it really represents, and guys, most of you guys, if you were on my list today, you should have a link to the back office. The pay plan's back there. We take a look. If you were referred by one of my buddies, message them right now and say, hey, I need that link to get in because I'm going to go show you. But when we're done with the webinar, you're going to want to go look at this because you're going to be like, whoa. Because guys, even if you did nothing, even if it took you 3 years to refer 24 people, 3 years. So what's that? That's what, 3 times 8, right? 8 people a year, right? Even if it took you 3 years to refer 24 people, you get a $100,000 lump. It would be pretty good. That's college tuition, this house, it's not a house, but it's a down payment on a house or depends on where you live. But to me, I looked at it and I went, $1 million, I'm turning 50 in April. And I thought $53 million, boom, That's like a really nice little chunk of change over there, aside from the other things we've done to plan. So it's pretty neat, right? Charmaine, just make sure that you know that you referred that person, because I'm seeing people saying, I'll send you links and this and that. Guys, it's really important, and Charmaine, I'm sure you're completely on the up and up. Don't send links to people unless you know 100% that you refer them to the webinar. And if you're not sure, ask me, because I have the records, okay? Because otherwise, it's just not the right thing to do. Okay, so don't get, we don't play that way around here. Okay, we whoever does the work and everything. Charmaine did a lot of work, so it could likely be the case. But I don't want you guys to get all goofy. Okay, so here's what happened. There's a series of products. Here's what the company's name is Techademics, and I'll show you guys the back office. I just don't want to get off the camera yet. And yeah, Charmaine, that's why I'm saying that. And I'm not questioning yours. I just want to make sure you understand that. I'm just saying that we all want to make sure we do the right thing. Because guys, here's what happens. And I'm not talking about Charmaine. I'm talking about in general. If you don't do the right thing, it comes back. People will say to me all the time, you walk away from that guy, you could have taken that guy, or people get into companies with other people and then their guy blows them off and, I could grab them or snag them or do different things. You just don't do it because it comes back around. If you intend to be around a long time, like I have been, believe me, it comes back around. And if you want to get first dibs and inside information and all kinds of things like I do, you want to build strong relationships to let people know that you roll the right way. I'm not saying don't be aggressive and go do business. Guys, if you know that you have people on the webinar tonight that registered through, you get that link out to them. I sent it out to my list. And by the way, the link that we're talking about is to a free account. It's free. You can go in. I'm going to show you the free stuff in a minute. And that's the other reason why I love this company, Techademics. They believe in serving first, which is my philosophy as well. They believe in providing content and training and information that is valuable, that actually can be profitable before they ask you for a dime, which is really kind of cool. In fact, I have people that I know are on this webinar that have made money with these trainings, one in particular, that have already made money and they don't even own a product yet. Okay, so it's really cool. It's very much right up my alley. It's education, high quality education, no hype, serve first, and then take people down the road and let them see. Lisa, if you should have gotten an email, it's if you didn't get an email from me today, I'll get it over to you. Send me, message me on Facebook or Diane at DianeHochman.com, and I'll make sure I get it for you. So here's the deal. I'm going to log into the back office because I want to show you what they do and what they have. I just hate when I can't see you guys. So my good friends, you know who you are, that can text me or Facebook message me if something goes weird. Please message me. In fact, the best thing to do is text me. I always get paranoid when I go on here because I do weird things. Okay, we're going to say present to everybody. We're going to go over here. And here's the Techademics site, Techademics. Now, guys, you can look at this outside part of the site. I'm going to be showing you it, but you can look at it later and read through this yourself. But in order to sign up and get an account, you want to make sure you get with the person that referred you here. If you're not sure who, at the end of the webinar, ask in the chat, or I'll turn on the Q&A. You can ask me. I can look up who referred you and hook you up. So, guys, Techademics, it's basically just high level, actually it goes from beginner to high level training for internet marketers. Okay, not network marketers. Let me be clear. I have other things. If you're in network marketing and you want to learn online branding, attraction marketing, all that type of stuff, I have that for you. So do the colleagues that invited you here. This is specifically for people that want to hone their internet marketing skills. And there's an awful lot of e-commerce. Now, I like e-commerce. I like the idea of people having retail cash flow on a daily basis. And, in a lot of companies like network marketing companies in the past, like when I grew up in network marketing, I had a retail option. I could make up to 50% profit on the products I sold, and I had a big retail base. Guys, I made anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 a month at one point on retail product sales, okay? because I had built up a base, little by little, person by person, reordering. I serviced them. This was back in the day. I had, we still call it the cabinet down the hall. We call it the Herbalife closet, because I had all my products in there. People would call up an order and they'd pick them up, or I'd drop them off or whatever. That was retail in the old day. And it was nice because there was always cash running through my hands. There was always cash running through my household. And if you don't have a way to generate cash on a daily basis, now today it's electronic, et cetera, you know, but if you don't have a way to make money on a daily basis, you really need to look at adding something like that to your business. Or for some people, they've decided they love it so much, they're making it their business. They've decided that they'd like to step away from, you know, all of the branding and the video and the this and that, because they're kind of quieter. For a lot of people, this is turning out to be a very lucrative and wonderful solution. So there's a lot of information about e-commerce in here. There's a lot of information about marketing in general, marketing thought process, mindset. So they have a product set, and I'm not going to go through all of it, but they have online, they have the Entrepreneur Club, okay? And you guys can look at this, but basically it's daily training. It's very exciting and interactive. There's actually a vault back there of all kinds of stuff. And we have experts answering your questions about e-commerce and other internet marketing aspects. So it's really neat. In fact, they just interviewed me after I hit the bonus, and my interview is back there. They have interviews with top marketers, mindset, thought process. Peter, who will be on in a minute, you might see him there. I think he just texted me saying he's here. He does some amazing stuff about credit and money management, how to get access to money. I mean, he teaches whole courses on how to get money. People often will look at something and go, I can't do that. And he can show you how it is possible, how you can get in business and you can get moving, and about how to manage that money. Impact. Guys, if you're not familiar with Chris Record, first of all you got to do, just go over to Chris Record's page on Facebook. Okay. All you got to do is watch one video of him teaching, and you will know in your heart that this is the real deal. Period, over now. That's the way I felt. I went to see him. I listened to him. He's the real deal. He has a special gift for teaching. He does not have a formal education. I think he has a 9th grade education. He is completely self-taught. He is not a fancy dude. We joke now because he's kind of fancying it up a little bit. He's got some, you know, fancier clothes and stuff because we're taking it up a notch at the company. But basically, he's a jeans, polo shirt, golf hat kind of guy. And he is easy to understand. And he takes some of the most complicated concepts in marketing, and he breaks them down into a way that anybody can understand them. So Impact, our second product up the line, has segments on affiliate marketing, list building, social media marketing, e-commerce is in here as well, SEO, Facebook advertising. He has a training that he does with Facebook videos where he shows you how to make them viral. You get video views that are leading back to your product pages, etc., for 1/1000th of a cent. He can also show you how to run ads that are incognito. Let's say I'm Diane Hochman, but I want to sell, I don't know, tongue piercing equipment or something, but I don't want people to see that 50-year-old Diane Hochman is selling it. There's ways to run ads on Facebook called dark posts where you don't have to show where the ads are coming from, which allows you to sell all kinds of things into all kinds of target markets. And he shows you how to find the markets, how to target them, how to advertise into them, and how to drive them directly and exactly into the types of products that they are buying every day, giving you that cash flow on demand. So what I like best about all this online branding, product launches, you know, guys, product launches, I have only done a couple of them with partners, and I've done multi-6-figure product launches myself, but product launches is an incredible way to make a lot of money, even if you're the affiliate. And he teaches you about adding bonuses. You ever watch the big guys and how they're doing all these bonuses and different things, and you feel like I could never compete with them? Guess what? Chris will show you how you can compete with them and knock them out of the game. And that's the type of stuff that I did back in the day, guys. I all of a sudden ended up on leaderboards with Frank Kern and Jeff Walker, some of the biggest names, Mike Koenig, some of the biggest names. I remember I was a top affiliate for Mike Koenig's. I went to one of his events. I went up to say hi to him. He gives me a huge hug. He goes, "Who the hell are you?" Because nobody had ever heard of me, and yet I was beating some of the biggest marketers. That type of stuff is in here. And I'm going to come out of here in a second. I'm going to show you a couple more things. I'm going to come out of here because I want to come back and knock it around with Peter. Our premier product, this is the one that excited me. This is the one that I bought out of the gate right away before I even decided I was going to promote this. It's called Tech Week. And Tech Week is when you travel to Arizona and you go to school for a week. It is absolutely professional. You show up and it's just like a school. It's just like a school. In fact, I want to find the list for this year. And there's no rah-rah, there's no jumping around. You come in, you get a cup of coffee or tea, you go sit in your classroom, you get not a folder, like a notebook that has all the slides. Everything's written out for you. Everything's designed for you. It's designed by professional educators, but taught by multi-6 and 7-figure practitioners. And the reason why I want you to be able to see the site is because these are the things that are coming up this year. Affiliate marketing, Amazon FBA, I can't read them all. Outsourcing, you ever wanted to outsource? Everybody talks about it, but very few people know how to do it. Facebook advertising, 101, 201, 301, CPA marketing, course creation. You see all the big guys creating courses and making all that money on info products. Would you like to learn that? Copywriting, conversion mastery, coaching and becoming a coach, how to run a coaching business, paid media campaigns, Pinterest advertising. We have Instagram advertising, podcasting, product launches, product design, yada, 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 go on. Now, we had to look this one up, the Ruby on Rails. I was like, what the heck is Ruby on Rails? I guess it's a programming language. I've never heard of it. Sales strategies. Remember, I'm the minimalist marketer. Sales strategies for internet marketing, sales funnels, mastery. So basically you come out, you spend a week, and you walk out the door a rock star. You solidify your skills because you're sitting with a professional instructor that knows their stuff. You're sitting with the guys that the big guys pay to do their campaigns. And you are sitting there and learning, and on breaks, you're able to pick their brain. And then in the evenings, everybody gets together with their laptops and works together. It is an absolutely incredible experience. And, wait, let me turn this thing off. I thought it's good. I don't know where Peter is. I thought he was in here. I thought, this is good. This is cool. But it was when I went that I was blown away. It was when I went that I said, gosh. So let me take you back to the process that I went through. One, I made a decision based on a relationship, somebody I knew and trusted. Okay. Now I didn't know Peter really, 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 really well. I mean, we didn't, he's not naming his kids after me or anything like that, but I knew his reputation. I knew his solid business sense, etc. So I looked at reputation and relationship. I looked at the person who he was partnering with, the two people he was partnering with. I knew their reputation and their documentation. There he is. Hello there. Hello. All right, well, I'll talk some more about him and maybe he'll get unmiked. He'll get mic'd up. So relationship, reputation, documentation, right? Then I went to see if their values matched mine. I decided to make a decision and go face to face and meet them. Right? So this is the second step. Go and meet the people you're thinking about doing business with. Don't do it just based upon a pay plan or this or that. I mean, I had heard about the pay plan and that was cool, but if it didn't meet my values, I wasn't going to be able to move it. I wasn't going to be able to do it. So I wanted to go and see. All I had to do was be there for one day. I came home. I made a decision. That was it. And I started to introduce this to other people. And what happened is right out of the gate, a group of people decided instantly that they were on board. and the rest went from there. Now, and then I'm going to bring Peter out, but you guys got to understand the commissions on these products range from $40, $20 to $40, all the way up to $10,000. So being able to hit a matching bonus and considering that every commission you make is basically doubled once you hit the bonus, the idea of hitting this hard was a no-brainer. Peter, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me okay?
You look so cute. He's all snappy dressed up.
Well, you know, I had to shoot some videos for my mindset mastery training today, so I figured, you know, I'd put the coat on.
There you go. There you go. So I don't know if you heard me kind of walking through, and the chat's going a mile a minute. Everybody's talking about their Tech Week experience and everything. So jump in.
No, absolutely. I've actually been on this whole time, just listening and loving what you've been sharing. And I guess whatever reason I was on a different link, but I was on like as attendee taking notes. And I love what you shared. Obviously, for those of you that don't know me, again, my name is Peter Sorensen. Currently, I'm the Vice President of Sales. That's my official corporate title, if you will. But I'm not really corporate. Entrepreneur, like many of you, like Diane, for many, many years. You know, I got introduced to the world of traditional direct sales, network marketing, health and wellness company when I was 18 years old, my freshman year of college, literally the first or second month of my freshman year of college from my Aunt Linda, right? And I'll be forever grateful to my Aunt Linda because she was the one that planted that seed. I was always entrepreneurial. You know, I'd read a book like Rich Dad, Poor Dad in high school. And I learned from early age. I was always fascinated about money and numbers. And even when I was a kid and selling lemonade and selling different things and just scheming, I guess, all legit ways, but wanting to make money because, you know, I grew up for many years with a struggling single mom of 3 kids, didn't have much money, no entrepreneurs around. Later, my mom, as I got a little older in high school, got remarried to a high school teacher, high school teacher and football coach. And, you know, we did okay. We weren't in the ghetto, but at the same time, you know, money wasn't flowing, you know, easily and effortlessly, right? So like most Americans, if you will. And, you know, I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I knew I wanted to be an investor. I started reading these books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Cash Flow Quadrant, and Robert Allen's No Money Down Real Estate. And, you know, I was like, you know what? They're not teaching this in college. Now, here's the thing. I was unlike most 18-year-old kids. When I entered college, I went to Fresno State because I'm from Fresno, California, local state school. I signed up, right, to become a major in business, specifically with a specialty in entrepreneurship. Fresno State at the time actually had a pretty good entrepreneurship program. So I was pretty clear, more clear than probably the average college kid, that I was going to be an entrepreneur. I was going to be successful. And I knew in some realm it was going to be, I was going to own my own business. And eventually, as I made money, I would invest in property and real estate, stuff like that, because I studied the wealth and understood 74% of all multimillionaires in this country, and probably similar stats throughout the world, own their own business and held and grew a lot of their wealth in real estate and asset-based, things that were assets producing cash flow. And so that got me on the track, you know, and then I learned about direct sales network marketing and got involved. And for my first, I think, year, made no money. How many of you can relate? And here's the thing. I made no money because, A, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have professional level training. You know, I went to a couple of local meetings. And like most college kid, I was in school, also having fun, kind of getting my mojo, if you will. Yeah, baby. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. And, you know, having fun, but wasn't making money. Well, I struggled for 4 years. And during that time, also got involved in real estate investing. I got involved in real estate because I studied successful people. I knew a lot of them made money, a lot of real estate. And I was just hungry to have success. Long story short, met a guy named Chris Record in 2007 at a little hotel meeting off of Herndon and 41, May 2007, on a Tuesday evening. I remember it like it was yesterday. And let me tell you why I went to that meeting. It's kind of actually what Diana alluded to. I'd gotten a call from a woman that was part of my mom's community. My mom had become went from a struggling single mom to organized a spiritual community in where we lived. And this woman was for a friend of a friend. Right? I was interested, and this happened to be about how to make money in real estate. And so basically out of respect to her and my mom, I said, I'll come check it out, right? And, I like to keep an open mind. I'm one of those guys, if you ask a guy, hey, you keep your options open and new ways of making money, I generally would probably still say yes. I'm like, what you got, Sell me. I got a call literally yesterday, I think, and from some person that was like, oh, that's a good opener pitch. Tell me more. I'm not interested, but that was a good pitch, And so anyways, I came in and, I was young, I was hungry, but I was struggling. I was literally pursuing this business in real estate. And I went to an opportunity meeting that based investment college, and this idea of taking classes, structured education from real estate investors, and learning how to make money in real estate. I started listening to the presentation, and I was like, man, this is awesome. Now, the year before, I had invested $32,000 with one of the largest guru companies. Get this, $32,000 for 7 classes, 7 3-day boot camps, of which I only went to like 4, right? Like most people, they don't go to all of them, but I went to like 4 of them. So 32 grand for a handful of 3-day trainings on how to make money in real estate. No community, no income opportunity, okay? No done for you systems and tools and all that. Just, hey, come to these 3-day boot camps to learn how to make money. And so when I'm watching this presentation, I'm like, where was this a year ago when I, charged up Uncle MasterCard and Aunt Visa and got creative and all this stuff and got in debt? I know no one can relate to this. And I'm like, man, this is awesome. And then they get to the price. It was 16 grand. And I was like, well, I don't have the money. I don't know about this. Then they got to the income opportunity. And then they got to the point where you could recruit people. You could basically market them and make sales. And they had this whole training program. If you own the education, if you didn't own the education, you could still make money, but you just had to do a little more training sales. And I was like, okay, I'm interested. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't have the money to buy the product right now, although I see the value. I'd love to buy the product because I really get the value here. And I see the market and I see the opportunity because I know literally every single weekend across the country, there's these big companies that are selling these $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 education packages to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars just in the United States alone. I want you to get that. And that's to Diane's point earlier, being at the right place, the right time with the right trends, the right emerging markets, things that are growing. And so long story short, I could talk a lot about this, but I want to value your time here and give you some great info here about Techademics and what we're doing, why we're doing it, and how we're doing it. But essentially, I walked to that meeting and said, instead of saying I can't, I said, how can I do this? And similar to Diane's story, there was a 2-day event. It was called an intensive. It's a 2-day event where the company is going to train for 2 days on how to make money, different strategies, and have some of their instructors out. And it was about 3 or 4 hour drive away, so it wasn't crazy, but it was a drive. I was 22 years old. It was 3 days later, and this guy Chris Records like coming to this event. Now Chris had just made like $150,000 in commissions in this company like the month prior to meeting him. Okay, like a couple months prior. And he's strolling up in this S550 Benz, and this young guy, I think he's like 28, 29 at the time. I was like, dude, all right, I'll come to the event, right? And I went to this event, and I tell you what, kind of similar like Diane shared, and what a lot of people share when they come to our live events and conferences, is I got more value out of this free 2-day event than I literally spent thousands of dollars in these 3-day boot camps, like legitimately training nuts and bolts value for free. And I was like, if it's this good for free for 2 days, how will it be for a year or a couple of years of this education? So I was like, you know what? I've got to do this. I've got to find a way to get this education because I understood this dual income opportunity. Yes, I wanted to market and promote the education and make money, but more importantly, I wanted the knowledge for myself. I knew if I wasn't getting the results of my business, there was simply still something I didn't know. And I want you to get that no matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're marketing, no matter what you're selling, okay? Because in order to make money, you've got to sell something. In order to make money, you've got to have an exchange of value for cash, okay? And I knew there was something I didn't know, and I knew if I could learn that, if I could learn more about wholesaling, I could learn more about rehabbing, I could learn more about finding cash buyers, I could make money in real estate. Why do I share that? Because it's the same thing a decade later now in the growing market of social media marketing, internet marketing, information marketing, e-commerce, affiliate marketing. When you learn what to do, when you learn how to generate traffic, you learn how to build a list and build a loyal following, give value, do the things that Diane does on a daily and weekly basis, you can position yourself to literally create money out of thin air, right? An idea, some thoughts, some emails, some campaigns. Next thing you know, you got money coming in, okay? When you have that skill set, it doesn't matter what you sell, what you market, what you promote. You can be anywhere in the world. You've got an internet connection, and you can make money for the rest of your life.
Yep.
That's the power here. It goes above and beyond marketing some deal. It goes above and beyond just like the next hottest thing you're going to recruit your friends and family into, or you're going to, spam the internet with. And by the way, that's spamming stuff doesn't work. What matters is getting professional level training. I love what in the network marketing industry, a guy named Eric Worre. I have a lot of respect for the guy. His company, it's all about the idea of going pro. And I love that because if you want to make a professional level income, you've got to become a professional. In order to become a professional, you've got to get professional level training. And professional level training is not free. Anywhere in any industry at any time. People spend tens of thousands of dollars to go to college. Right now we have something like $1 trillion. There's more student loan debt than there is credit card debt in the United States. I want you to get this. So every single day, people are going into debt into tens of thousands of dollars on a yearly basis, not just 1 year, right? Several years to get a degree. They believe that if they get that degree, they'll be able to make more money in the professional career or workforce of their choice. Right? And in some cases, that's definitely true, right? But in other cases, not so much. You have a lot of college-educated graduates struggling to get jobs at Starbucks. And this is not opinion. This is just the way it is. And so then, on the contrary, you have e-commerce, you have internet marketing, a global economy. You have the ability to tap into, almost $2 trillion a year company growing at a double-digit rate, who just today announced they're going to hire 100,000 salary benefited employees over the next 18 months. I want you to get this. Just today, Amazon declared they're going to hire 100,000 U.S. American workers over the next 18 months with full pay, benefits, the whole deal. One company, 100,000 employees. Now, do you think that is a clue, as one of my mentors used to tell me, do you think that's a clue when it comes to timing, trends, and what industries you want to be a part of? Every single day, I know myself, maybe Diane, I'm sure, on a daily, weekly basis, practically, I know Chris Record, every day he's got stuff from Amazon, big boxes, right? So that's one model. Shopify, another great model, the idea of drop shipping where you don't have to make the product, you don't have to ship the product. Amazon, Fulfilled by Amazon. We're going to have classes at Tech Week on that, teaching you how to make money partnering with Amazon, how to private label products from China, physical products, get them warehoused by Amazon, shipped by Amazon, sold by Amazon. You learn how to drive traffic. You learn SEO for Amazon. You learn different skill sets to make money with a multi-billion, $100 billion company, right? Partnering with the right companies. We're partnering really big right now with Shopify, literally $1 billion publicly traded company that is taking e-commerce by storm, and their Facebook of e-commerce. Their goal is literally, when you think of e-commerce, you think think of selling e-commerce, right? You think of Shopify. Now, when you think of buying on something on e-commerce, what do you think of? Amazon, right? Amazon. You think of Amazon, right? So Amazon is the shopping cart to buy, right? They make buying so easily, one click. Well, if you like this, you're going to definitely like this, right? So they've mastered the art of buying on Amazon to the masses. Shopify is mastering the art of selling online, right? They've mastered the process of the shopping cart to sell, right? Mom and pop stores, whatever. Well, how do we come in? Well, Techademics comes in and say, we're going to create the largest, most successful e-commerce sellers in the world. And we're going to provide what Shopify doesn't really provide. We're going to provide training. We're going to provide strategy. We're going to provide support to our members to help them make money on the platform, right? Because it's one thing just to sign up and get an account. It's another thing to make money. It's another thing of how to drive traffic and how to do viral video ad campaigns and how to be able to create a campaign on video on Facebook that goes viral so you get a lot of traffic to your store, or how to be able to build your email marketing list and how to monetize that list, or how to be able to structure different campaigns to do drawings and sweepstakes and all different things. So Techademics, we're going to build out the infrastructure of education. We're going to build out world-class structured education that's results-driven, taught by practitioners on a variety of subjects. So just like a college or university that has several majors, right? Several curriculum tracks, we have our curriculum tracks, such as Shopify and e-commerce, such as how to make money with Facebook advertising, such as search engine optimization, how to get your your websites listed on the top page of Google, how to be able to do those as services, what's called agency work for small business owners. Do you realize there are millions of businesses out there right now that are either not online, or if they're online, they don't have a great presence, they aren't getting a lot of traffic, leads, and sales for their business, that in the next 5 years, they're going to be dead or dead broke. That's the reality, right? So we're going to teach you how do you actually have a business, taking this information that you learned, let's say at our Tech Week classes, and going out there and selling that as a done-for-you service to small business owners. Many of you on the line right now know everything and think you have to have all this amazing results in affiliate marketing or do what Diane Hockman does every day to make money online. And it's simply not the case. And I'm going to just be real with you. I'm going to be the bearer, maybe great news or bad news, depending upon how you look at it. Not everyone is cut out to do what Diane Hockman does. Not everyone is going to do what Diane Hockman does. Okay? We all have different personalities. We have different strengths. We have different interests. But here's what I know. Every single one of you with the right education skill set can have a way to make a six-figure income online.
Big time.
Every single one of you could have a digital marketing business. Every single one of you could have an e-commerce business. Every single one of you could also be an affiliate marketer and earn commissions with us as you're out there creating results in your business. Because as you do that, guess what happens? Just like Diane has shown you and proved to you. There's going to be people that say, what are you doing? How do you do that? How do you make money online? How do you make money in a store? Or, oh my gosh, you're actually making thousands of dollars per month doing this internet marketing stuff for other businesses. How do you do that? Teach me. And here's what you're going to say in that example. Awesome, but I don't have time to teach you. I'll give you some support, I'll give you some value, but you know where I learned it? I learned it from the School of Entrepreneurs, Techademics. I learned it at Techademics, the School for Entrepreneurs. They'll teach you how to do it. Techademics. So let us be the resource for you, for your friends, your clients, your referrals, for the people that want to learn how to do this. For the people that want to learn how to make money online, or how to get more traffic, leads, and sales for their bakery business, or how to be able to get more buyer and seller leads as a real estate agent or an investor like I was, right? I got online in 2008, 2009 in Facebook, specifically of how to network with people, super basic, all free marketing, but essentially how to find people that were interested in real estate and sell them cash flow properties. And made a six-figure income selling wholesale real estate investments in the worst market in the country, Detroit, Michigan, in 2011 and 12, or 2010, 2011, 2012, leveraging free marketing strategies on Facebook, social media marketing, and leveraging high tech with high touch. Okay. So, and that's like hard. That's like what we have now, like Diana was saying, is so much better, so much easier, so many more resources and tools and systems and so many more people online, right? The user base of people.
I think what you just said is really important, guys. Do you understand that some people may think, well, internet marketing's been around for a long time. No, guys. What we're at, the point that we're at right now is it's finally at the point where it will go mainstream. That's why Amazon is announcing 100,000 jobs. That's why, grandmas are using smartphones now. My father just got a smartphone. He's 75 years old. So what's happening is we're right. And so I said relationships, statistics, documentation, the value that's being provided. And this is being right at the right point of a trend. And it's here and it's now. And then additionally, looking at your best talents and skills. And Peter just said, guys, I love teaching branding and attraction marketing and all that stuff. But the reality is that most people won't do that. Everybody can do this. Everybody can sit down and have a Shopify store. So you're in the right timing, the right place, and capitalizing on skill sets that everybody can use. And I think that's really important to understand, because this isn't like, when I made a decision, do you know how many times, guys, I've been pitched on representing the sun. Do you know how many times I get a phone call? Do you believe Peter didn't call me? I called him. I want you guys to really be clear about that. Peter did not pick up the phone and say, hey, we're starting a company. We'd like you to take a look. Or he didn't say, do you keep your options open, Diane, right? I called Peter because when I saw it, I knew who was involved, and I saw it, I went, this is it. Because I knew what it was. So I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
no, I love it. There's, and
that really excites me.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. And it reminds me of every critical moment in my life as an entrepreneur, every moment where looking back over the last, I'll just call it 10 years. I've been really focused as a full-time entrepreneur over 10 years now. Okay, so a decent amount of time, right? Maybe some, more than some of you guys and less than some of you guys, but a decent amount of time, right? And every single point, every business, every critical decision that I made that ended up being a massive impact in my life, especially, professionally and financially, came from literally going to an event to essentially check it all out, to feel it out. Like Diane, I'm very intuitive. I have a strong feeling. I trust my gut. I go with that intuition every single time. And I've been to hundreds of events. So it's not like everything I go to, I just get pumped up and I get that great feeling. I've been to lots of stuff. Okay. I can count on one hand how many times that's happened over the last 10 to 12 years. Yep. Okay. Out of hundreds. So every single time it was that experience of diving in, sometimes already diving in a little bit, but I was like, it's one thing to be a customer. Like I'll dive in because I want the products. And that's every time. Literally, I was like, okay, I'll dive in because I understand the value of education. I want, let's say, the products that I want to learn how to develop my skill sets. Before it was real estate investing, and then it was, information marketing, info publishing. I invested in a $25,000 coaching program on how understanding the market of information publishing and how to create, information products. And then after that, it was several $1,000s and flying out to an event and working with the company for a few years. Where my first year I made 6 figures online, and Diane's familiar with that company. And it took me going to an event and meeting people and getting around the culture and seeing, did this resonate? And when it did, I was all about it. And when it didn't resonate, I was out, just in complete transparency. I couldn't promote it anymore, right? Because it wasn't in alignment with my values, which is primarily I want to help people. I want to make money. And I want to help people, and I want what I'm marketing and promoting and selling to help people in their business, irregardless of the income opportunity side of the business.
Exactly. It has to be a viable product, service. It has to be viable to me. And it has to be.
Yeah, absolutely. So why does a company like Amazon commit to, hiring that many people, right? Why do they know that? Why are they doing that? Understand that the $1.9 trillion global e-commerce industry is doubling in the next 4 years. And that's like the only industry in the world on the planet that is growing at that rate. Nothing else, not industry, not insurance, not medical, not real estate, nothing is growing at the rate for the size of the industry than e-commerce. Right? So Amazon understands that. Diana's mentioning, the average person is just now going on Amazon, right? Is the average person buying products off of AliExpress? No, or Chinese vendors or whatever, or buying certain products that like I've been buying for the last year, just as a customer. Before anything was Shopify and all this stuff, I've been buying stuff from China because I was like, well, I'll wait a couple weeks to get it, but I'm getting cool stuff for super cheap.
Yeah.
Like I bought a $400 HD camera for $60. Right? Yep. And some of the stuff is not exactly, it's not the name brand, right? But I don't care. I see a cool product and I buy it. So now, how about, would you like to sell products? How would you like to be able to, like Diana was saying, have cash flow on a daily basis? Yeah. Maybe it's not thousands of dollars tomorrow, but it's $10 tomorrow, and then $100 tomorrow, and a few $100 a week.
That's how I started. Guys, I always say, because one of the things people always tell you their story of, whoa, how they lost a lot of money and everything. I've never, ever, ever had a losing month in my career because of retail. Now, was I making $1 million when I started out? No, it was, $100 and $200 and whatever the case may be. But to my family, that meant everything. And it really can make the difference and change and move you into, a special place. Now, I'm not talking about having invested in training and stuff like that. I don't count that in the same way, because that's my going to school. That's my education. But I'm talking about as far as, daily cash flow and making money and then moving into bigger money and bigger money. It was retail, and it always has been. And I still today, you'll see me, I'm always retailing something, always.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so I'll give you two tips for you guys that made the difference for me to go from broken, struggling in traditional sales and traditional network marketing to making significant income, right? For me at the time, being 22, 23 years old, going from making nothing to making $8,000 in a month, it was a big deal, right? So two things. Number one was understanding this: selling a product or service that was more money, higher ticket, this idea of high ticket sales, yeah. The idea of earning more money per transaction, and understanding that once I shifted my mind around this concept, once I understood, yes, there are people that have resources, will come up with resources to buy more valuable products, okay? Because we're not just talking about selling air, we're talking about selling valuable products. Does a Bentley cost more than a Mercedes? Yes. Does a Mercedes cost more than a Honda? Yes. Are there value propositions along those car lines, right? So in respect, same thing in education, same thing in any really industry. So number one, this idea of high ticket sales, making a transaction. For the first 4 years of my entrepreneur career, from 18 to 22, I had made sales in different businesses and network marketing, where I might make $100 fast start commission on a few $100 sale, or maybe someone signs up for $500 and I make $100 commission, right? While I was in school. I learned this idea of high ticket sales. Now, it came first through real estate. The idea of, hey, I could buy and sell a house, do what's called wholesaling, where I could get a property under contract, not have any of my own money or credit, find an investor who wanted that deal and make $5 or $10,000 in a transaction. That was the first kind of planted the seed. It wasn't until direct sales, top tier direct sales, and this company that this guy had started that I ended up becoming a part of, where I was able to learn, how to get money, how to raise money, how to get creative on finding money or getting a partner, or, different funding sources, and learning, there's different loans out there, and student loans and personal loans and credit cards and different things like that, because I understood the value of the business, but understood the value of education, right? But the second thing was selling a product on its own, irrespective of the income opportunity attached to it, where there was customers that would buy that product, and where customers could consume that product, consume that training, and make money from the product and never make a dime marketing it. And when I did those two things, combined those two concepts, I went from making nothing to a year later making over $50,000 in a single month in commissions. Okay? Big difference. I struggled the first several years, recruited a handful of people, and yet the next year sold a $20,000 package, made a lot of money per sale, and made more sales the next year than I did the previous years combined, selling a $20,000 product instead of a $500 product. Okay? Because the opportunity was great for the product, for the customer, the value was there, and I shifted my mindset. And if you're struggling right now in your affiliate marketing business or whatever you're doing, I'm going to challenge you that it's probably because one of those two things. Either you're not aligning yourselves with the right opportunity that has the right product value, in and of itself, or you're just not making big enough margins. You're not making big enough profits per sale, okay? And so what we wanted to focus on Techademics is there's lots of opportunities out there. There's lots of high ticket opportunities and things where people spend tens of thousands of dollars for events and retreats and different things like that. We wanted to be different. And so Chris and I have been working with Chris for many, many years. And about a year ago, we were like really serious about this internet marketing college idea. And in fact, we declared it on stage on a Sunday afternoon last weekend of January. So just under about a year ago. And we declared we're going to create this internet marketing college, and we're going to launch it in summer of 2016. Now, when we launched that, when we declared it, we didn't have it all figured out, but we knew someone who had already done it before, but in real estate. And we decided, if we're going to do this, we've got to get this guy on board. He's already done it. He's taken a seminar company and gotten an accredited education for their classes. Only guy in the seminar, non-traditional, okay, it wasn't a traditional college, right? But in the seminar guru type business model, he was the only guy ever to get an accreditation for his education classes, right? And it says, if we could get him on board some way, somehow, we get his team, his curriculum, the designers, the people that helped him build that company and the infrastructure, then we could do a lot in a relatively short period of time to get things up and running. Because this idea, this vision was so big, how are we going to do it? This might take us years to just get off the ground, right? Just to get off the ground, okay? And we got him on board. Long story short, we sold him the vision. And he was like, you know what? I don't normally do things like this, especially when I'm not the lead partner and owner of a company. But you know what? I believe in this vision. I believe this could be $1 billion company with these learning centers all over the world and streaming live classes to anyone all over the world on all this different digital marketing education. And here's the cool thing. Digital marketing, unlike real estate, doesn't go up and down, up and down, up and down. Digital marketing has been doing this. Now it might have little corrections. Google might change their algorithm. Facebook changes their platform. But guess what always happens? It's like the muscle. Like you break it down, you might be sore, but it creates space and it gets bigger. And then it gets bigger and it gets bigger, right? That's what happens. That's what's happening with digital marketing. So we understood right place, right time, right team, right industry. E-commerce, massive, right? Internet marketing, social media marketing, continuing to grow and grow, not affected by local economies. When the traditional local, maybe there's a correction, guess what happens to internet marketing and home-based businesses for that matter? It goes up. So right timing, right trends, global economy, and now we're providing structured education that's never been seen before, that is going to transform the way education is made in this country for adults, for entrepreneurs, right? We can't help everyone. But we're really carving out the space of, we want to be that university of type Phoenix company, but we want to be it for entrepreneurs. We want to be for people that want to have their own e-commerce store. We want to be for people that want their own digital marketing agency and helping the millions and millions of small businesses that need help, right? That need help, that need their own e-commerce stores, that need Facebook advertising training and knowledge. So we are committed on a fundamental level. Do we have an awesome matching millions, like milestones and bonus programs? We're going to come up with new cool ways to help you make money as an affiliate with us, sharing the great word? Yes. Can you make several $1,000s per sale as an affiliate with us? Yes. Do we have great community and recognition? Yes. Are we going to offer continuing training and sales support and helping, people like Diane and so many other people in our community literally help close sales with them and for them? Yes. But here's, at the end of the day, what Techademics is all about. We are all about being a school for entrepreneurs. We are all about providing the best quality, structured entrepreneurial digital marketing education in the world and offering the affordable price. When it's all said and done, the value that we're going to deliver to our customers, to our student base, is going to far exceed the price or the cost of the investment, okay? So would it be worth it to you if you could take one idea in one class and that could be the difference for you to make 6 figures in your business? Would it be worth it to you if you could go to school for a week, just be immersed in it, right? Be immersed in a field of study like Shopify and Facebook advertising. A one-on-one level class. Or how about print on demand, right? Affiliate marketing with print on demand and learning from people that are making literally 7 figures and above in that type of business model, and go home with actionable strategies and content that you can come back a few months later. Maybe you take the class again and it's been updated because the market's changed and we've updated the curriculum, right? Or maybe you missed one of our tech weeks, and what if we could have some form of a live stream of it? Or what if we build this awesome, amazing virtual classroom so you could be at home 24/7 in your PJs at midnight going through Shopify or Facebook advertising, and you could take it on your schedule, and you as an affiliate could share that with other people, and could share that with stay-at-home moms, and share that with baby boomers, and share that with college-age kids, and share that with so many other people, and share free courses with them, free value, like our Ecom Power Sellers is coming out. Share with them different front-end free courses where they can get started for free. Then they can get like a $1 trial or something like that to an Entrepreneur Club or $100 a month product, get started there. And then from there, get followed up with, on the back end, Okay, so you deliver front-end value and we help you on the back end convert those people into our Tech Week students. And when we do, you're earning literally several $1,000s per customer, right? So that's what we want to do. We call it the dual income opportunity. We're going to provide you the best education, the best products. We're going to give you an income opportunity where you can refer people, make great affiliate marketing income, great affiliate commissions, and then we're going to have a community. We call it the Epic Solution: education, products, income, and community. We're going to have a community to support you. We're going to have a community that we're building out this massive office here in Scottsdale. We're building what's called entrepreneurs and our tech advisors and our e-com advisors. These are people on salary. These are salaried employees. They're going to be there to assist you when you have a question and assist your customers when they have a question. So at the end of the day, when someone is thinking about buying anything online to make money, to learn how to make money online, or to build an e-commerce business, they're looking at any tools, any training, they're going to buy it from Techademics. The only question is, they're going to buy it from you, through you, right? Or you're the one to share the message with them first, right? Because they're going to hear about it one way or the other. Okay, so if I can encourage you to do nothing else, most of you, as I like to say, most of you guys are already a part of our community. If you're not, then take massive action and do it, right? Get connected, get started, and get the education, okay? Become a product of the product. And I would love to meet each and every one of you in person at our upcoming Tech Week in April. This upcoming Tech Week in April, we're literally going to have dozens of classes. We're going to have at least double the amount of classes that we had at our first one. Every single one, we're going to get better and better and better and get correct and continue. The feedback mechanism that we have to make the classes better, to expand on the curriculum, to get new instructors. We've got an instructor, for instance, that we're looking at bringing on board to teach a YouTube marketing class. This guy has done YouTube videos with tens of millions. He has like 1 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. Do you think that would be pretty cool to learn YouTube marketing from that guy?
Yeah.
Right? So we're out there doing all this stuff. And the thing is, you want to be a product of the product. I can't guarantee you, honestly, in my humble opinion, the investment for our Tech Week, I don't know if we want to share that, but I can tell you this, it's a 1-year program, 5 weeks of in-person classes, good for 2 people an entire year. Take those classes in person as well as have a video classroom online that we're going to start rolling out.
It's 4 weeks for Tech Week, correct? And 5 for income?
4 weeks this year, 2017. But depending upon when people sign up, we're looking at how they give them 5 over a calendar months.
Excellent, even better.
So we're looking at over delivering value, exactly. So people like yourself, Diane, essentially you got 5 Tech Weeks.
Right,
so
because
you got to the first one. So that's the idea, that people would have 5 Tech Weeks in a rolling calendar, a 12-month, depending upon when they got started. But I can tell you right now, this educational platform that we have at Techademics is far more valuable than anything else out in the marketplace for over double. Quite frankly, I think the price is too cheap. And I can't guarantee it'll stay at that level. To be honest, if it were me, I'd charge at least 15 grand for it, without a shadow of a doubt. The last company,
I've been to a lot of seminars that I've paid the same amount for, and what you guys are giving, it's legit between you and me. It's underpriced.
Yeah, so look at that. I mean, that's 5 weeks. That's per person. That's as little as basically 2 grand for a full week, 5 days. Okay, break that down per person. It's $1,000 for a full week. People spend that much for a day on top of online, and on top of that, you could literally make a few referrals, and the entire education is free. So
if you make 24 referrals of that in the Impact course, you make an extra $100,000 bonus. I mean, guys, I don't mean to jump ahead, but it just gets me excited. It's just.
The opportunities there, the education there, the communities there, the products are amazing. We're expanding our platform, our e-commerce, a lot of software and tools and things that we're going to be rolling out. And I want to encourage you to do whatever it takes right now, this day, tonight, to make a decision. Okay, to make a decision that you're going to not only kind of dip your toe in the water and check this thing out and set up a free account, but that you're going to be serious. You're going to join us at the Tech Week, and you're going to figure out this month, this week, this month, how to do it, how to raise the money, and make a decision. Because success is a decision. You make the decision first. When I went to that meeting, so to speak, and I met Chris Record, and I learned about this business, and it was double the amount. It was, like I said, the tuition was almost 20 grand, right, for a similar type of a model. And not really even as good, to be honest, and much more limited because it was limited to real estate. You had to make real estate versus digital marketing. There's so many different ways to make money, so many different business models and so many that you can tap into. But essentially, it's an opportunity where make the decision first. you figure it out. And now if you have questions on, well, how do I raise the money, or how do I go out there and get a loan, or how do I get a money partner, or how do I be able to tap into maybe some assets that I didn't even think of, maybe that I have access to that I'm not leveraging properly to make me more money, well, get in touch with myself through Diane or whatever. We can help you. We can help you figure it out. If you're serious, if you made the decision, so you know what, I'm going to join, I'm going to get started, I'm going to go to the next tech week, I'm going to plug into this education. You know, for those of you obviously that are serious about Ecom Incubator, I can tell you we've got a handful of spots. That's our high-level program. It's by application, not for everyone. It's 25 grand, but we do have literally a 1-year momentum guarantee. This momentum by literally working with us in our office for 5 weeks out of the year. You and a partner having space at our corporate office, helping you in a hands-on way. Okay, and it's very focused on e-commerce, shop on demand, things like that, selling physical products and helping you build a 6-figure e-commerce business. So for those of you very serious about e-commerce, like I know Diane's coming and Paro and several other people, right? We may or may not approve you, regardless if you have the money or not. And if you don't have the money, if you are serious and it does make sense, then let's figure out a way for you to get the money. Because there's been a lot of people that didn't think they could come up with the money, and they came up with 25 grand. They found a way to get the resources because they were serious and they said, how can I do this? Okay, but regardless of that, right, that's very limited. What can everyone do? What should everyone find a way to do? Join us at the next Tech Week, right? And get started now so that by the time you come to the next Tech Week, you can literally have the education paid for by maybe on the referral side and sharing with people this amazing education that you're a part of. How would you love to show up taking the classes for free because you went out there over the next several weeks and you referred a couple of people? That's literally all you did. And you could literally reimburse the cost of your education. Does traditional school do that? Does, you know, when I went to Fresno State, they say, hey, Peter, just go out there, recruit us a few more students that sign up for your business major, and we'll give you your education for free. You can come full ride scholarship, right? No, they don't do that. We have a reimbursement scholarship program, if you will, right, with our affiliate program. We want you to share the word. We don't want you to just spam people and share it because you want to make money. We want you to because you are a product of the product, because you value the education. Just like Diane, it's a student first. You're going to go and take the education. You're going to go out there and get results in your business, and you're just so excited to share that with other people. People are naturally going to be attracted to you, and they're going to want to join you, right? And they're going to want to join Techademics. And when they do, you can get paid, right? So I hope that's been valuable to you. I'm happy, obviously, to hang out. Diane, we can kick it back and forth. Answer questions, go over any other details that you want to go over.
Yeah, I want to, guys, take a drink. I'm going to turn on the Q&A so we can see any specific questions that people have. And guys, the Q&A is on, but this is what I want to give you, because I promised that I would just kind of go over a couple of points, because whether Techademics is for you or not, I invited everybody. I said, come meet Peter and come hear about it. And I said, look, these are the things that you look at when you're evaluating an opportunity. And then we also cover things that you look at when you're deciding on your education, where you're going to invest. There's a lot of opportunities to invest in your education. And Peter mentioned, you know, professional practicing. They're not teaching theory. Let me be really clear. They're not teaching theory. The guys at the front of the room and gals, they have executed an extensive experience, or what I call documentation. And they're doing it now. They didn't do it 7 years ago, 10 years ago, or whatever. They're doing it now. And there's a lot of stuff out there that's, you know, people training that are not really, they don't know what they're doing. So when you look at this, all I did was I decided to invest in my own education first. And then I shared with some other people what I was doing. And I said, come spend 4 weeks, 5 weeks this year with me. Come hang out with me and come learn with me. And I started showing them what I was learning, and I started introducing them to Peter and his colleague, Michael, and got them on the phone. And Peter and Michael are experts at finding funding solutions for people that say, I want to do this, but I don't think I can, or I'm not sure how. Peter is a master. I have watched him help person after person after person how to figure out how to get to Tech Week. So if you're somebody that sees us, oh, they're saying they can't see me, you should be able to see me. But even if you can't see me, if you can hear my voice, come if you can hear my voice, snap, at the sound of the voice, I'm gonna hit
in a moment, you're going to hear Diane Hochman. And as you listen to Diane Hochman, you're going to find yourself more and more excited, more and more just present to what she's sharing.
Welling up with you. And what will happen is, no, seriously, guys, if any of you, well, as soon as I said, as long as you can hear my voice, and then I was like, boom, I went into like a sequence there. If you're somebody who heard this tonight and you got really excited and you're really serious about it, we can get you an appointment with Peter. But what I don't want to do is waste his time, because he's running, he's a vice president in a very expanding company. They're literally just moving into huge. How many square feet are in the new office space?
It's like 25,000 square feet.
Guys, ask me for the video, or ask the person who invited you here for the video of the new office space. A company that doesn't think they're going to be here does not get a 25,000 square foot office space and warehouse space. And we don't have time tonight to get into what the warehouse is for, but it's good. I made a decision based upon what I saw coming down the road. And I said to other people, because I happen to have a nice market of people that know me, I said to them, hey, do you want to take a look too? Would you like to come to the event? The next thing I knew, everybody was in, they were upgrading themselves, etc. You may not have that market right now, but that doesn't mean that by the time Tech Week rolls around that we can't create that for you. That's my specialty. And I'd like to help you with that so that you can get other people in front of this. All I did was I gave a bunch of people free accounts. And I said, hey, why don't you come down and listen to Chris? And then a bunch of people started working their way up the product line. And generally speaking, when people heard about Tech Week and when they heard about Ecom Incubator, and all of this is on the site, guys, so we're not going to cover all the specifics of it. But when they heard about these two things and they saw my passion, they decided to check it out. And so many people decided to come on board. And that's how I made the $100,000 bonus. I promised I'd explain how I did it. It was really that simple.
Let me stop you. Mm-hmm. If you don't mind, let me jump in. Mm-hmm. So I want you to just really get what Diane shared with you as a relates to like the income over the last handful of months. Now, again, is this typical or average? I have been working to build up her list or influence over a long period of time. Yes, right? But here's what's possible. I want you to get what is possible when you develop yourself and your skill sets, right? That you could do something, the right opportunity, line yourself for something, be an affiliate marketer, promote a product, promote a program. It's not like, Diane's working. I know Diane. She's not working 18 hours a day every day, okay? She's freaking on cruises half the time. And she works hard when she does, but she works smart. Forget about the bonus. Right. Forget about the bonus. No bonuses. Techademics, we have no bonuses. Forget that you can just earn like 40% commissions. And that was all it was, okay? She made $100 in commissions part-time in a handful of months promoting our program. Just let that sink in, right? And you say, well, how do you do that? Well, come to Tech Week and find out, because that's what we teach in all of our classes, right? Regardless of income opportunity, regardless of matching million bonuses and milestones, all this, just the simple commission, promoting a product and getting paid, right? And earning a six-figure income, right? That is what is possible. And I know that from experience, because that's what happened to me, okay? Literally to go from nothing with no list really other than Facebook friends and learning about this crazy world of affiliate marketing and information marketing, but right product, right time. I believed in it. I got positioned. I got all the education. I maximized my opportunity, and I made six figures my first year or something, right? And so we want you to have that. We want those stories. Because Diane likes making money, but I know she really cares about people. She wants other people to make money. Yeah. Right? She wants her students and her customers to make money in their business, right? We want your testimonial. In order for Techademics to be a $1 billion company over the next few years, our goal, our big vision and learning centers all over the world, in order for that to happen, we are student focused. We have to be customer driven. We are driven to help our customers get results. If our customers don't get results, and not everyone's going to get results, and that's fine, right? Not everyone that goes to Costco wants to make money with Costco. They just enjoy the products that they buy, right? But those that do, we want to help you succeed. And we know if we help you succeed, we're going to have a thriving business, okay? We're going to have a thriving business. We're going to have testimonials. Just like, Tony Robbins has grown into a big guy over the years and stuff like that. Why? Because, he's helped people get results in their life, their mindset, having breakthroughs, whatever I have. You know, I've had massive transformations through some of the trainings of guys like that, right? Now, I never promoted Tony. I never made a dime from Tony, but I've invested thousands of dollars in programs and personal development and things like that that have impacted my life, right? That I never made a dime of. So that's the model that we want to do. And I'm going to let you kind of wrap up, Diane, here, as we've been going for a while. But the fact of the matter, you can earn, you know, as Amparo was saying, 30 grand in a weekend because you're a part of something and you shared that the value of it with others. Just the value of the product, how we're helping people with e-commerce, how we're helping people hands-on through a year-long journey, right? Not just for a week, but for a year, right? And even probably beyond that. You know, we're here to stay, obviously. So we'll help support our members for a long time. But at the end of the day, Diane, you're awesome. I just want to say I appreciate you. We talk about you daily, it seems like. It's like, how can we help Diane and her members? Because we understand that you believe in the vision and the value of what we're doing as a company, specifically as it regards to professional education, providing massive value and structured education to the the crazy internet marketing, affiliate marketing industry, right? So thank you. I appreciate you, and I'll kick it back to you.
Peter. All right, why don't you, and you're fine to take off if you need to. I just want to give them a couple quick points and then we're going to close this out. Guys, one, if you do not have a free account already, get back to the person that invited you if you know who that is, or you can reach me at Diane. I'll put it in the chat here. Diane at Diane Hochman, HOCHMAN.com. Or you can reach me on Facebook.com/Diane Hochman and ask me who referred you, and I'll get you in touch with them. We want to get you a free account, and we want to get you looking around. I'd like you also, if you're interested in the business at all, there is information in there under the, what's it called? Sales. What's the tab in the back office? I'm having a mental block. There's sales support, and there's video and information in there about how all of these different things works. But I want you to also just go to techademics.com when you're not logged in, or up on the top right, you can look at all the descriptions of all the different products. Very shortly, we have a new funnel coming out that's going to be tremendous for you to be able to help lots of people. It'll bring them in the door and it'll introduce them to e-commerce, which is brand new to so many different people. But for any of you that heard about this tonight and you're very turned on, again, get with me or the person that invited you so I can chat with you. We have some incredible incentives going on this month. If you're thinking about investing in this education, we have some special things going on, and we want to make sure you know about it. We don't even have time to cover them tonight, and I want to thank all of you that stayed, but there's some special stuff going on that you want to know about immediately, because the bulk of it ends at the end of the month. A couple of things are really, some of the things that I'm doing are on a very limited basis. So if this turns you on, and again, you can start where you are and move up, but there's some of you that know. I always say to people, look, make a decision on something and stick with it. And if you were to stick with this education for a year, I know what will happen with you. If you will stick with this education, and even if you didn't sell one, if you didn't even try to sell one, but you invested in this education, I feel it would be a much better investment than a lot of the stuff that's out there. And you know me, if you do know me. If you don't know me, welcome. It's good to get to know you. Guys, I don't put my name on a lot of things. I don't put my, did an orange cap come in here, Amparo? You saw an orange cap come by? If you saw an orange cap, I'm excited. So guys, I don't put my name on a lot of things. I've been doing this for a long time. And for me to sit here and to say to you, I believe in this, and this is something that I feel can make a real difference for you. Now, obviously, it can only make a difference if you do the work, right? It can only make a difference if you do the work. I watch some people dig in. I watch, certain people, they dig in and they go to work. I watch other people, they're kind of like, that I can't help. But here's the other thing. Us as a community, our group, we get to spend weeks at a time together. We get to really gel. Our events and what we have available is just tremendous. And I'd like to spend the year with you. I'd like to spend 2017 with you. I'd like to break bread with you and sit with you and huddle over laptops in the lobby as we all, study together. We're talking about renting some of these big, nice houses that they have out there in Arizona for some of the tech weeks, and having like a party house, maybe coming in a day or a day later. I'm not promising we'll do that, but that is the type of stuff that bonds us for life. I also am not at liberty to discuss it right now, but we do have some marketing tools coming down the road put together by some very brilliant men that are good friends of mine that will make the marketing a lot easier for those that are, worried or thinking about it. Guys, I don't want you to think about the marketing. I want you to think about, is this education for me? Would it make a difference in my career? And you do need to think of it. It is your career, okay? That's why I'm here today, because I took my business seriously and I thought of it as my career. Where's your career going? What do you want to do? Where do you want to be? And guys, like I said, there's nothing better in this industry than education. There's not anything better to be in, because education will always sell. This education is going to sell not just inside of this community, but out on the streets. There's just think about it. How many people do you know right now that would give an eye tooth, would give their right arm to have an e-commerce store so they could stay home and be free? And that's really what it is. It's about one course of education out there right now is leading people into indentured servitude. And another course of education is leading people into freedom. I have always chosen freedom. And that's a choice you can make too. So if you need me, get a hold of me. My number's on my Facebook and everything else. Just let me know. I can look up who referred you, so I'll know who brought you here. And I appreciate all of you. And a special thank you to Peter Sorensen. Again, if you're dead serious and you want to talk to Peter, I can get you an appointment with him. But please, be really respectful of him. We also have Michael Hamburger. I'm sure I can get you on the phone with Michael as well, depending on who's available. But again, they're moving offices, etc. So if you're really serious, they do have some great sources for funding if you're looking for that. And on that note, love you guys. I will see you all very soon. And I look forward to those of you that are going to see it Tech Week. It's going to be a good time. I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye.